So we're talking about my insecurities and how that's affected me over the many relationships that I've tried to make work, and my insecurities have reared their ugly head basically every time when the going gets tough. You know, and I try and think about it logically when I'm in the relationship, but sometimes it doesn't always pan out in a logical way. Sometimes it could come across as I might be being jealous towards a particular partner, or panicky in some ways. And it's insecurity through one reason or another from how my relationships, the start of the relationships has always been great, but then as we go into the relationships, when things don't quite go how I feel they should be progressing, and my insecurities raise their head from that, and then it's a reaction that I have based on those insecurities, and thinking, how can I move this relationship forward if I feel insecure like this? Possibly, yes. Yes. I'm attracted to, like, you know, the playful, flirty, in-your-face type people. But then when I get into that relationship with them and the flirting continues with, you know, they might flirt with other people outside of the relationship, that's when I start thinking, oh, I don't like that. I don't want them flirting with other people. It just doesn't make me comfortable for somebody to do that when I'm in a relationship with them. I just, you know, it's just, and I think it's because my insecurities, I always feel like, are they going to find that person more attractive? Are they going to find that person more appealing? You know, if that person responds to their flirting, are they then going to think, oh, maybe I should go and have a look here? My dad had an affair. So my mum and dad were married, had 3 children, and then he had an affair with somebody younger, much, much younger, and left my mum with 3 children. So I think that's where my insecurities have stemmed from, and I feel like I'd probably take that into every relationship that I go into, because I think, well, that's what my dad did. Unfortunately, when I get into a relationship with a big personality, when that personality continues, and there's no reason why it shouldn't, because that's them, and that's the reason why I was attracted to them, I can't cope with it. Sometimes I feel jealous. Sometimes I feel anxious, because I think, is this it starting all over again? Because my first main relationship that I had was 9.5 years, and he had an affair. And I think that's obviously then brought it all back, that, you know, what my dad did to my mum, and that's happened to me exactly. So I just figured, you know, that it will start again. I've had so many experiences where I put my faith and my loyalty and my trust 100% into people, and then they tell you things. They tell you things back that you think, yeah, this one's going to work. This one's actually going to work, and you feel euphoric because you think this is the one, and then they go and balls it up. So I would say, if you're a friend of someone that is in a relationship that you can see isn't right for them, be there for them, speak to them, give them advice. Don't tell them you must do this, because at the end of the day, they have to get to that stage themselves. Nobody can make the final decision for you, but you can certainly be as supportive as possible. And yeah, sometimes you're going to say stuff to your friends that they don't want to hear, but they need to, if they hear it, they can't unhear it. And so they might not act on it straight away, but they might kind of file it in the back of their mind. Give advice, even if it's not well received at the time. It can be stored, and that person can use it as and when they need to. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but talking to your friends and your family and being as honest and as open as you can be, if you are concerned about things and if something doesn't feel right, and if you've got a gut feeling, most of all, the biggest bit of advice that I now take heed and actually tell myself is listen to your gut feeling.